Lifestyling with Tam.
I'm Tanya with Magical Memory Planners.
And this is, what's your name?
Nene.
Delaney. She's here as a guest appearance for today's video. But I'm so excited to be back again for another Toddler Tips Tuesday Walt Disney World edition. Tanya and I hope that you enjoyed our first video last Tuesday. And in today's video, we are going to be bringing you all the tips that we think are beneficial for your trip to Walt Disney World with toddlers. We're going to be talking about keeping your toddler cool. And then Tanya is going to share with you some great tips about how to pack snacks and eating at Walt Disney World. So we'll get to Tanya in just a minute. All right, so I haven't actually started packing yet, but I couldn't miss an opportunity to show off Delaney's cute little mini bag that she'll be using for our trip to Disney World. So in here are all of my goodies to talk about how to keep your toddler cool on your trip to Walt Disney World. So we'll be at Walt Disney World at the end of May, first week of June time frame. And of course, Florida is known for its warm weather. So we definitely want to make sure that as we travel with our little ones, that they remain comfortable in the happiest place on earth. And that of course means keeping them cool. So I've packed a few things in Delaney's suitcase. You're so attentive, I love it. I've packed a few things in Delaney's suitcase that I think will be beneficial for her and other little ones to have to keep them cool at Walt Disney World. So let's talk about the first thing. Of course, being in that Florida sunshine, you want to make sure to have some shades to protect your little one's eyes if they'll wear them. I know that not all toddlers may want to have things on their face like masks and sunglasses, but my little one sure doesn't mind putting on some shades. You want to put this on? And so I have a couple options for her, a fun pair and a normal, more neutral looking pair for her to wear. Show them. Say hi. Just to keep that sunshine out of her eyes. Of course, her stroller that we have has the little visor pull down gadget to help keep the sun out of her eyes, but you never know, the sun can get tricky and peep in anyway. So having sunglasses for your little one if they will wear them. And when we're talking about sun and little ones, sunscreen. I am a big advocate for wearing sunscreen. I am a very pale-skinned individual, and skin cancer runs in my family, so I make sure that myself, as well as my daughter and my husband, all apply sunscreen. So we will definitely be having that in our bag and in our backpack while at the parks. I personally love this brand by Aveeno Baby, Continuous Protection for Sensitive Skin. It's a zinc oxide sunscreen, so it's more of a mineral sunscreen versus a chemical sunscreen, and it's broad spectrum SPF 50 with naturally sourced 100% mineral active ingredients, and it's sweat and water resistant for 80 minutes. So this is just the brand that I choose to wear and that I prefer for my little one and her skin, to keep her skin protected. Fortunately though for her, she got her daddy's nice wonderful skin that tans so easily in the sunshine and doesn't burn first. So I'm a little jealous about that, if you can't tell. But anyway, make sure you pack the sunscreen for yourself as well as your little ones. In addition to sunglasses and all that fun stuff, to add to our keeping cool gear and sun protection gear, this was actually a gift to Delaney from her Mimi, and she didn't even know that we were going to Walt Disney World when she sent this to Delaney, but it actually worked out perfect. It's a mini themed little sun hat for Delaney, and it actually has a UV protection material, so it protects her from the UV rays that the sun produces. So I don't know that she will wear it in the park. She's worn it a few times when we played outside and things. It's also water resistant, so that's great, especially if she's sweating. It'll definitely be great out by the resort pool on our resort days. So just something to keep the sun out of her eyes and to protect her little face from those harmful UV rays. This long, beautiful hair she's got, I definitely want to make sure to pack comfortable, lightweight hair bands and little clips. I'm sure she's gonna be sweating. So just keeping that hair off of her neck and out of her face will definitely help keep her cool as well as comfortable. Another thing that I wanna mention and that I packed for Delaney in her bag, portable fans, lightweight portable fans I might add. Don't get anything too bulky or heavy, but just something that has a clip on it that you can clip to the stroller to keep your little one cool. I prefer these two. This one's nice because it has a USB port and you can charge it up in your room overnight before your next park day. And it does hold a really nice charge. I purchased this off of Amazon when she was a baby for a beach trip. And I like it too. There it is. It has 3 different settings, so low, medium, and high. So that's nice. So I can adjust the settings for Delaney as she finds comfortable for her. I'm sure me and Daddy will be using this as well when we can get a chance. And then I like that it has the little clip where I can just clip it onto her stroller just to keep some air blowing on her to help keep her cool. Now this one was a gift from Delaney's Nana, and this one's really nice too. It's a really nice fan. This one's not charged up though. I need to charge it before we go. But I like that this one also has the different levels of intensity. And then the thing I like about this one even more though is because, like, say I forget to charge this fan the night before and it dies, it runs out of charge. This one actually has dual battery sources. So I can either charge it with the USB port like this one, or I can just make sure to have some batteries packed and slip a battery inside if all else fails and I have no more juice for my charge. So that's a really plus, and I thought this would be a great thing to add to our bag while we're packing, is to make sure to take both fans. That way I have both options. And then of course it has the nice clip to clip to her stroller, and it's lightweight as well and compact, and so it'll be nice to have to keep her cool. Let's talk about clothing. I know that, you know, when I'm choosing her clothing, making sure to choose Disney themed, of course, but also choosing light, cool colors, nothing bold, nothing too dark, definitely not black, because that does nothing but attract the heat and hold it in. So now let's talk about shoes. So I wanted to make sure to choose shoes that allowed for some air ventilation to her feet. And of course sandals are the best way to do that. But I just like all of these sandals because they are water resistant type sandals. All of these were purchased at Target, by the way. And then of course these little sandals are her water shoes for our resort days at the park. So definitely want to make sure that I keep her feet cool on that hot concrete, rather than letting her go barefooted and risking burns and blisters on her little soles of her feet. Making sure she's wearing water shoes instead. All right, so the last thing that I want to touch on before I hand it over to Tanya so she can talk about all the yummy snacks and food while visiting the parks. When we're talking about staying cool and comfortable in the heat, hydration. You definitely want to make sure that you have something to keep your little one hydrated, as well as yourself, because you're going to be in the hot heat, you're going to be walking around, you're going to be expending a lot of energy getting everywhere you want to go. So you definitely want to make sure that you have something available to keep you hydrated. And of course the best form of hydration is that good old H2O water. So I'm definitely going to make sure to pack my daughter's favorite cups, her favorite water bottles, to bring water with us. This was a little tip from Tanya, and she may mention it too. You know, you can always go up to the quick service stations and ask for a cup of ice water and then pour it in your child's water bottle to keep them hydrated and cool, and then you don't have to worry about packing water. I personally love the water bottles by Zach brand. I found these on Amazon and at Target. I love that they have the Disney themed bottles. Delaney loves it as well. So we've got her Elsa, we've got her Moana, and we've got one for Toy Story because she does love Toy Story. So we got one with Forky on it. So she does love her little cups, and so I wanted to make sure to include those. Another option just to have, because I know sometimes when I'm in the hot heat, I prefer You know, water's great, but sometimes I prefer just something with a taste to it, a little sugar, a little sweetness, you know, just something to really quench that thirst. And so Delaney does love these Good to Grow juices. The actually no sugar added, 75% less sugar. This flavor is grape juice. So these are available, and of course they have the little fun sippy lids with favorite Disney characters. I know we have Elsa, Minnie, now we have Moana, Vampirina, all of these options. And so that's just another option for your child, just so they have maybe something at the beginning of the park day, something a little fruity, something a little good. Keep in mind you can't have ice in your coolers or bags when you are carrying in drinks and things, so this may warm up quickly and this may not be the best option to pack, but it is another option to keep your child hydrated and something that they may like. So that's it for me. I hope these tips are helpful to you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pass it along to Tanya so she can talk to you all about some snacks. We will make sure to be packing a lot of snacks for this little one. So Tanya's gonna tell you all about that. Hey Tanya, are you ready down there?
Thank you, Tam. So I am going to be talking to you about food today. That is one of the questions I get asked more often about food at Walt Disney World, especially with little ones and having kids. A lot of people are interested in the meal plans. Meal plans are not available right now. So let's just talk about food. My son, he is going to be 3 and he eats like he's 5. So if I was to buy a snack for him every time that he was hungry, you guys, I would spend all of my money buying food for him at Disney World. But we do not have to do that because Disney does allow for you to bring in food into the parks. So you also can bring a cooler. It has to be a certain size. You cannot have loose ice in it. If you want more information, reach out to me and I can give you that, or you can go to the Walt Disney World website and all that information is there. But you can bring a cooler. It cannot have wheels on it, just like a small cooler that you can bring with you. We do not take a cooler. We just take our regular backpacks, but we do pack snacks. Snacks are so important whenever you have a little one. My toddler loves snacks, loves to eat all of the time. So those are very important for us to take. So when we go in the parks, this is what I do, and this is what works for us, and this has worked for other families in the past. So I always have a gallon-sized bag that I put all our snacks in, and usually they're like pre-packaged snacks, so like goldfish that Tam sent to me, and then we have like some future grain bars for the kids. I even packed some little cuties or oranges that you can put in your bag, a fruit cup. My son loves fruit. You can also get healthy foods at Disney World if you would like to purchase those. You know, any kind of fruit, they have that available as well. And just something sweet, some gummies. So what I do is I put everything in a gallon-sized bag, just like this. You can even do the squeezable pouches that come with applesauce or veggies, anything that your child likes. You can put it in here. I also usually pack a juice that has like the screw on top, and I'll also put it in here. Now, when you put a lot of stuff in here, this bag is going to be heavy, and it's going to be heavy in your backpack. So what we do is after we go through security at Disney, we just take this out and put it underneath our stroller so our backpack is not that heavy, or hang our backpack on our stroller. We like convenience, so anything that helps us out to be a little bit more convenient. Well, one of the times we went to Disney World, we drove, and I was able to pre-package this for our trip. So I packaged one of these, one for every day that we were in the parks, and these were it was nice to just grab and go and put it in our backpack, and didn't have to take a lot of time planning the night before after we've been at the park all day and we're just tired. So it was very helpful. This time, I am not able to pre-package everything because we are flying. So that brings up our next point. So ordering groceries at Disney. Yes, you can have groceries ordered straight to your resort. There's a lot of different companies that do that will deliver your groceries to Disney World, and we're actually going to do that this time when we go. I'm going to make sure that I place an order with all of the snacks that he likes, even stuff for breakfast. So we can do some muffins or some yogurt. There is a little fridge in our room, so we'll be able to store any kind of cold stuff there, and just have a light breakfast in our room from the groceries that purchased, and then we don't have to buy a big meal for breakfast. So that saves us a little bit of money. We are not huge breakfast eaters. My son is, so he's good with yogurt, cereal, a muffin. That would be perfect for him. So, you know, that service is available. If you are one of my clients, that's information that is in your travel packet, so you can have that available to you when you travel to Disney World. So let's talk about eating at the parks, eating in the parks. We love doing a lot of sit-down meals. Again, the dining plan is not currently available, but we still have reservations for some sit-down meals. We love the family-style meals, and since both of our kids, Tamara's daughter and my son, are under 3 and they're free during the trip, then at our restaurant meals, at our family-style meals, they're going to be able to eat just like us. And they're not going to charge us for them. So that is such a plus. You know, they are getting to eat, and my son loves to eat. So he's going to be able to eat all the yummy food that we're eating, and we're not having to pay anything for him to be able to enjoy that. So that's definitely some of the reservations that we have planned for our trip, just because we love to sit down and have nice meals, and they'll be able to enjoy that, and it'll just make it lighter in our pocket. To be able to enjoy that. Another thing is water at Disney World. You can go to the quick service restaurants and ask for a cup of ice water, and they will give you some ice water. And so that saves you some. If you can bring them a little container, a little, you know, bottle of water to just pour it in there and keep it cool, that also saves you some money on food. So those are just a few of my tips to give you regarding food and what our family does and what has worked for other people. And so if you're one of my clients, this is something that we talk over and we discuss as I'm planning your trip. So keep watching so you can have more tips on your trip to Disney World. So we're excited that you are here and that you're watching, and we will see you real soon.